Hello, my name is Becca, welcome back to my channel, and today I have my 5-star TBR predictions. So I've seen this floating around a little bit, and it's where people sort of analyse the books that they own and sort of predict what they think is going to be their new favourite books. So I've selected 5 today that I think I'm going to absolutely love. As you may be able to predict, they are all fantasy or sci-fi because that's my preferred genre of choice. And these are books that I really want to get to, but also to the point where I'm scared that I won't love them as much as I think I'm going to. So I avoid reading them instead. So without further ado, let's just get into the books that I think I'm going to absolutely love. The first one is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I see that a lot of people love this, and I'm really trying to get into adult high fantasy, so I think that I'm absolutely going to adore it. Through all of my reading experience ever, really, my reading tastes have sort of been pushed towards adult fantasy. I started off reading paranormal romance when I was very young. I probably started with me loving watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then I was reading paranormal romance like Twilight, and then eventually YA fantasy, things like Throne of Glass. And then now that I'm getting older, I'm growing out of the YA genre and I'm starting to read adult fantasy, and this is one that I've heard a lot of people like, especially people who read a lot of YA really love this, so I think I'm going to as well. This is about a guy named Kvothe telling his story sort of from his younger years all the way through his life. There is going to be a third book in this series, but it doesn't have a release date yet. I'm not sure if he's a magician or an assassin or anything like that. I just know that this is high fantasy and it just sounds really, really good. I'm kind of glad that I don't know a lot about it because I want to be along for the ride when Kvothe is telling his story, and I'm just hoping I can get to this soon. I am also a little intimidated by it because it's like 1,000 pages, but if I get into it, then I'll love how long it is because I'll just constantly want more from the story. The next one is another one I don't know a lot about, but it is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabit Sahir. My best friend has read this and absolutely loved it, and we have a similar taste when it comes to fantasy, so I think I'm going to like it as well. It is a YA fantasy, I think, although in the UK I think it's actually marketed as an adult fantasy. And it's about, I think it's about a girl whose brother gets drafted into the army or kidnapped or something, and she tries to save him. And I think by doing so, she joins the army. I could be completely wrong, but I know because my friend likes it that I probably will too. And it's the sort of thing that I would give 5 stars. Next up, of course, we have the Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book, The Final Empire. This is a adult high fantasy that everybody seems to love. Everybody seems to adore Brandon Sanderson. And it is about a world where the magic system is operated by ingesting metals. A lot of people can only ingest one type of metal, and that gives them certain powers. And obviously you have all the different types of metals, and then there are people who can ingest all of the types of metals and have all of the powers, and they are the Mistborn. What the actual storyline and plot is about, I don't know. I only know about the magic system, but that is all I need to know about. I think this will be great to get me into some more adult fantasy, and I'm really excited to read it. Also, the UK covers are just beautiful and they look amazing on my shelves, so I want to love them so I can buy all of his books, which all follow this colour scheme, and just have the best looking bookshelves in the world. Next we have Illuminae by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I have read Nevernight in October by J. Kristoff and I absolutely loved it, so I automatically just went out and picked up this. I haven't read anything by Amy Kaufman, but I think if J. Kristoff's name's on it, I'm gonna love it. I also like that, as you know, this book is all mixed media. I think it'll be really interesting to read, and the format will make the story move quite quickly and be more interesting. And I'm just also really intrigued by the mixed media in this. Sci-fi isn't my favourite genre, but that's only because I haven't read a lot at all. I think after The Host, I may not have read anything that is classed as purely sci-fi, but that is not because I don't want to, it's just because I just haven't. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm hoping that it'll give me a love for the sci-fi genre, which will make me want to read more and sort of explore a new realm of possible book choices. And I just think if J. Kristoff's name on it, then it's going to be a 5-star from me. And everybody seems to love it, so it must be good. Next, I have Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes, which is sort of marketed as a young adult Game of Thrones, which is super interesting to me. I believe that it follows a lot of point of views. You have a princess, an assassin, probably a mage. Apart from that, I don't know. I have heard good things about it, but I pretty much eat up all high fantasy, so I can't see why I wouldn't like it. I think of all the high fantasy I've read, I haven't given a book lower than 4 stars, and I love everything about the aesthetic of these. I love the spines, I love the covers. I also bought them from Barnes & Noble when I went to Florida, so that's another reason I'm hoping I really, really like them. And yeah, I'm just hoping to absolutely fly through these. I think there's 6 books in the series so far, and there's a prequel series that's got a couple of books so far. So I hope that I fall in love with this world. I think I'm going to really enjoy it and get attached to the characters, and then I can just devour all the content that's based in this world. So that's everything for my 5-star predictions. There are a couple more on my shelves, but I can't say for certain, like, yes, I want to read you and I think you're going to be amazing. So I left them out. If you have read any of these books and given them 5 stars or given them 1 star to make things interesting, then please pop a comment down below. I'm interested to hear what anybody thinks about these books. But that's everything from me today. If you go into the down bar, you'll find my Instagram, my Goodreads and my Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any social media. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my channel and this video. That's all from me today. Bye!